Hello, GES families. I am Principal Nancy Hale. Nice to meet everyone. And we have our new assistant principal with us tonight. This is Marie Menard.
Nice to meet all of you.
And we wanted to just take a few minutes to share with you a little bit about Grapevine Elementary this evening. So if you are a new family, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. Want to introduce you a little bit to Grapevine Elementary and to GCISD. So first, I'd like to start out by introducing our leadership team to you. We have myself, the principal, and Mrs. Menard that you just met, our assistant principal. We also have our learning liaison. Her name is Mrs. Irvin. You might have heard of her before if you're a returning Star family. She is currently out on maternity leave with a new baby. And in her absence, we have Miss Ann Ricky, who will be helping us as a substitute. We also have our counselor, Angela Horn. We have our wonderful librarian, Mrs. Wapakichi, and we have a brand new GT specialist, Sarah Gaines, who is joining us. She is from GCISD, coming over from Cannon Elementary this year, and will be leading our GT initiatives, but joining our leadership team as well. So welcome. We are glad you all are here. You will see these familiar faces quite often over the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get started.
We just wanted to let you know that here at GES, we support our district goals and initiatives. So if you're new to GES this year, our LEAD 2.0 goals and Portrait of a Graduate, we support those goals and we focus on this with all of our students.
We wanted to take a minute to share with you a little bit about our campus goals and initiatives. At GES, we have our mission statement that we say each day, and that is at Grapevine Elementary, we shoot for the stars. And we define that as setting goals, taking risks, accepting differences, regulating our learning, and supporting all learners. Our students have memorized this. They say it every single day. We talk about what these characteristics mean. We try and instill these in our students throughout the work that we do because we believe that it makes us well-rounded. We believe that it produces citizens that are going to go out into our world and make it a better place. So you will see this and hear this quite frequently. We look to recognize students for these in lots of different ways. We celebrate students in the classroom each and every day for taking on these different characteristics and learning to be better.
Our GES communication, our main way to get information is through our Monday message. Mrs. Hale will send that out every Monday. She will send the parent newsletter. There will be a lot of information in there. You will also get grade level newsletters from all of the teachers. You can reach us through email, through phone calls, and if you'd like to follow us on social media, our GES Facebook page and Twitter handles are right there here for you to follow. And just know that we are here at any time to answer any questions that you may have. Just feel free to reach out to us, and we are here to support you.
Want to take a few minutes for our new families especially to talk about our arrival and dismissal procedures. So our doors open every day at 7:20 a.m. and students may come into the foyer and head down the instructional hallways. That is a change from 2 years ago. If you have a student who has been here with us for several years at GES, we are no longer keeping students in the cafeteria and the gymnasiums in the morning. They will walk straight down the instructional hallways to their class, and they will sit quietly outside their classroom doors. They may read a book quietly, they may practice something on their iPad, they may talk quietly with a friend, and there are teachers from every grade level who have duty in the morning to watch the students while they're waiting to start class. At 7:40, our tardy bell will ring. So it's important that all of our students be in the classroom by 7:40. For parents, you will drop off outside of the foyer doors. We've had a really great success with this so far. Our parents, as of Independence Day last week, did a fantastic job saying goodbye, giving a hug, and our students are doing an amazing job coming right in. I'm in the foyer every morning helping students to get down the hallways to class, and they are coming in with a smile on their face, dancing to our music, and headed down to class. So thank you for supporting them. The car lines for pickup are on both sides of our building, but specifically our pre-K through first grade families must pick up on our Hall Johnson Circle Drive side. If you have an older sibling, they will come to meet their younger sibling on that side of the building, so you pick up everybody in one spot. Our second, third, fourth, and fifth graders that do not have a younger sibling are picked up on our Hughes parking lot side. And you do that after school starting at 2:55. If parents need access into the building for some reason, at arrival or dismissal, you will come to the Hughes parking lot side and come through our secure vestibule so you can sign in. This is just a quick map to show you a little bit better. In the mornings, you are able to drop off on either side, families. So our Hall Johnson side line tends to be a little bit longer, simply because we have a lot less space to get people off of the road. So if you are coming from a different direction and it is easier for you to drop off on the Hughes parking lot side, you may do that. Let me backspace, sorry, it goes with my touch. It is a lot faster to pull in the Hughes parking lot side because we have double drop-off lanes. Especially for our older students, they can get out on the grassy median and walk up to the stop sign and cross over. So if that's a better option for you in the mornings, depending on where you're coming or going from, we encourage you to do that. Okay. On to attendance.
All right. So attendance, our building opens at 7:20. So if students are dropped off before that, they will have to wait outside. The building opens at 7:20 and the tardy bell rings at 7:40. So we are doing tardies now. So if your student arrives after 7:40, they need to go to the main office to sign in. We do have attendance laws in order. So FTA, failure to attend, is referred to as the truancy. So the law states that students must be in person for the entire class period. If a student's absent for a day or any part of the day, 15 minutes or more, then that counts towards an absence. Also, attendance for credit. If a student misses 90%, we use the 90% rule. So if a student misses, is absent more than 10% from school, they'll be referred to an attendance committee, and they may be in jeopardy of not being promoted to the next grade level. So just make sure that our students are here and that they're here 90% of the time. Attendance letters will be posted in Skyward, so you can check that on a weekly basis to see if your child has been marked absent or they have any attendance issues.
Okay, remote conferencing is actually not new, but it is something that we haven't widely used, especially at the elementary level, and want to take a few minutes to talk about what that looks like for this school year, because keeping all of the attendance laws and information in mind, but also the fact that we're still dealing with a global pandemic, is making attendance a little bit more tricky. So this is available to any student who is quarantined because they have either tested positive or they have been deemed a close contact and the parent is choosing to keep them out of school. So we all know that with the updates we've had, quarantining is now optional for close contacts. But if you choose to keep your child home, or if they begin showing symptoms and you have to keep them home, we want to make sure that you know about this option for remote conferencing. It is good for up to 20 school days per year. Parents must enroll through Skyward. Your child doesn't automatically go into remote conferencing if they're absent for the day. The office will send you that information if we know that your student is going to be out, and you have to sign up. We then let the teacher know. One way you can kind of think about this is a little bit like if your child has had the flu in the past and you know they're going to be home for several school days and you ask for their work to be left in the front office and you come to get it. That's a little bit like what remote conferencing will be like. It will be some of the similar assignments to keep them up to date with what the class is doing, but it will not be everything. It will not be work that's being graded. It's not going to be major assessments, but they will have work that they could do put into Canvas or into Seesaw based on their grade that they can kind of keep up with from home. And there is going to be some, what you would call maybe like a study hall option available that students have to log into synchronously at home, not with their classroom teacher, but with another teacher who is there to answer questions for them and help them along the way so they can keep caught up with their schoolwork. So just a little bit more information about remote conferencing. If your child gets into this situation, we will send you more information about that when the time comes.
Lunch procedures. So Mrs. Hale will have a Sign Up Genius in her parent newsletter. So you are able to sign up for outdoor picnic table seating with your child. The key to this, though, is that you cannot just go and grab your child out of the lunchroom and head over to the picnic tables. You actually have to come in, so you want to make sure that you have a photo ID with you, because you will have to come in and sign into the office, and then you'll be able to walk to the cafeteria to grab your child to have lunch outside at the picnic tables. If you have any questions about that, again, as always, just check in with one of us, and we're happy to help you with that. Lunch times are here. So pre-K has lunch at 10:15 to 10:45, and then we go to kinder, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth, and fifth. And those are the times of the lunches that you're welcome to come and have lunch with your child.
In elementary school here in GCISD, for our kindergarten through, actually it's pre-K really through fourth grade, we have what is called standards-based report cards. And the report cards are based on a 1, 2, or a 3 kind of grade scale. So we don't have letter grades until 5th grade. And what's important for you to understand as a parent supporting your child with a standards-based report card is that it is much more specific than just one subject area. So instead of just knowing my child has an A in math or my child has a B in reading, you actually see the most important skills that a child needs to learn to be successful at that grade in a particular subject area. So for math, you might see a very specific standard that a student needs to pass to be successful in that grade level. Maybe for kindergarten, it's that they can state their numbers up to 100. And maybe in first grade, it's that they can skip count by 10s or they can skip count by 5s up to 100. Those are skills that your child needs to learn to be successful in that grade level. And you will see a 1, meaning they aren't making progress towards that standard yet. A 2, meaning they are making progress towards the standard, but they have not mastered it. Or you will see a 3. And a 3 is they have mastered that skill for their grade level. Now, our skills spiral from quarter to quarter. So in the first 9 weeks, they might be expected to count to a certain number. And then in the second 9 weeks, that number goes higher. And then in the third 9 weeks, the number grows higher. So it is possible that a student can be at a 3 in the first 9 weeks because they have mastered the skill to the certain level expected at that time. And then they could slip back for the next 9 weeks if they haven't mastered it to the same exact level. So it is very important that parents be checking the report cards. We will send you information and reminders in the Monday message about when those report cards come out. Teachers will be sending home little envelopes, and they'll ask you to sit down and reflect with your child on their report card. Look for areas of strength. Look for areas where they can continue to grow, because we want you to be partners in your child's education with us. But I think for a lot of parents, the most important thing that you can know about standards-based report cards is that a 3 is what we would consider passing. A 3 is an A, a B, or a C if you are going to equate it to a standards-based report card. And a 1 or a 2 is not meeting grade level standard. That's a hard kind of adjustment sometimes for people to understand. And so when we are looking for students to be promoted to the next grade level, they have to have more than 50% 3s in each subject area for promotion. Okay, so if they have 1s or 2s, that is not considered to be passing. Now, they can work up to a 3 by the end of the year. They might start in the first 9 weeks with 1s or 2s, but if your child has 1s or 2s on their report card, those are areas you really want to focus on. Maybe talk to your classroom teacher, find out what you can do to help and support at home. We certainly will be helping and supporting them as much as we possibly can in school, perhaps providing intervention depending on if it's more than one area so that we can get them where they need to be. But our goal is for students to always have 3s by the time they end the year so that we know they are prepared to go on to the next grade level.
Safety and security. Just want to let all of you know that we do run our building with locked doors. Doors are locked at all times. If you are coming to pick up your child or you're coming to visit or volunteer, you always have to be checked in. They'll let you into the vestibule and you'll come into the main office and you'll have to sign in. So anytime you come to the building, you want to make sure that you have a valid ID with you so that they know who you are and you have access into the building. We do have emergency drills that we have been practicing with all of our littles. And so if you have any questions about any of those drills, your children are going home telling you they heard a loud fire drill or they were worried or concerned, just let them know that we practice them every month. And in the beginning of the school year, the first 2 weeks, we are required to practice all of the drills, and we have done all of those drills at this point. So if there are any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any point in time. We do have an emergency management committee here in the building as well. So if we were ever under any kind of emergency situation, we have a team of people that have specific roles, and they are prepared to support and help all of our kiddos.
All right, so we will be having a Q&A session. We will have 2 of them. In fact, we will have one at 6:15 and one at 7 o'clock on Thursday. And oops, I don't think August 27th, that is not the right date. I'm sorry about that. That is September the 2nd, I believe. So this Thursday night, and we will be there to answer any questions that you might have about this school year. It is just come and go as you please. If you want to pop in, ask a question, and then head out when you need to or when you're ready. The teachers will be hosting sessions as well at 6 and 6:30. So we tried to offer a couple different times for you all for the administrative session if you need to come before or after those teacher sessions. Thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate your partnership with us this year. Our theme for this year is Reading Takes You Places, and we have a huge focus on literacy, that we want to ensure that all of our students learn to love reading. We are such an important part of their growth in elementary school to teach them not only how to read, but then how to love reading so that it continues to foster their growth as they continue forward. If you have not had the opportunity, we would love you to join our PTA. PTA is truly the lifeblood of what we do here at GES. They fund so many amazing programs for us and support the teachers and the staff and the students in so many different ways. So thank you to our PTA. We encourage you to join. If you have any questions, pop in on Thursday. Shoot me an email anytime. You're always welcome to email Mrs. Menard as well. I want to thank her for being here with us, and we hope you have a wonderful evening.